Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to episode 24 of The Journeyman. I bet you're all wondering, right? We're in the house. That doesn't mean anything. Are we moving? Are we staying? What's going on? What's going on? You're going to find out in about 20 seconds after the intro. But just first of all, I want to say a massive thank you for all the comments and suggestions. I read through every single comment. I was away in London the weekend, so I didn't get to catch up, and I tried to reply to every comment normally, but from now on I will. It's just that there was so fucking many, but I did read through them all, and so let's see what's happened, shall we? Welcome, my friends, to VVV Venlo, or not that I'm looking this up or reading it from Wikipedia, but Venlo's Voetbal Vereniging, or forevermore VVV. Welcome to the Eredivisie, or what's going to be known now as the Dutch Premier League. Oh yes, boys, it's big time. We are in the big time. I think this is officially big time. I think it's officially big time, definitely. Right, so let's catch you up on what's been happening. So, first things first, took into account all your comments and everything, and I was pretty much 95% of people were like, don't quit, stay where you are, and just sort of see what comes in, see what's about. Don't burn your bridges, because we could easily stay, and I was happy to stay another season at Karlovo, and just sort of see what was about. We then got our first job offer, which weirdly was Afc Wimbledon. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't really fancy going back, going to England just yet. Most of my saves are based in England, so I wanted to sort of steer a bit clearer from England for the time being at least. But I thought, League 2 Afc Wimbledon, that's not a bad level. That gives us a good where we should be, perhaps. So I had a look on the sort of job market. We then got, so I then turned down Wimbledon. We then got approached by Blackpool, who had just been relegated to League 2. That looked quite an interesting prospect, but again, not a massive fan of Blackpool. I did the interview, and then I started looking on the in the job centre and looking at teams, and I was like, okay, there's a few little gems there. There was a team in the Swedish second division that had just been relegated that looked like a nice, easy team to bounce back, perhaps. There was a team in Norway as well. There was a team in the second division in Portugal, which I was quite interested in, but they didn't give me an interview. So I went for about 6 jobs in total. I actually applied for them. And we had about 3-4 interviews. We did get offered the job in Sweden, but having a look at the team, it was quite a rebuild job. It wasn't like bounce back to the Elite League or whatever they call the Premiership in Sweden. So it looked like it could be a sort of slightly longer term mission. And then there was 2 Dutch clubs, one of which was VVV, who have just been promoted back to the Dutch Premier League, or Eredivisie. And I like the look of them. VVV's a really good name. That's what we're going to call them for now. No, shush, dogs. So I applied for a couple of jobs, but in the meantime, I was fully focused on Karlovo. I made transfers. I'll show you Karlovo, because I thought either one of 2 things. Either we stay and we give them a damn good go in the Premiership, or we hopefully leave them in a good spot. So first things first, let's get Karlovo up. Karlovo. Right, so here is the Karlovo team. I'll just show you their transfers, just to show that I've done my job. So we got rid of a bunch of players that weren't getting in the team at all, cut that wages down. We then signed Vidovic on a free transfer. He was the attacking mid last season who did sensationally for us. I'm really happy to pick him up. We got a few loanies in. We've got this guy, Carlos O'Heen, who just looks like an absolute monster. We're paying him like a massive amount of money compared to everybody else, but we have about 15 grand's worth of wages left over. So we signed him, 26-year Ghanaian international, because why not? The Ghanaians love living in Bulgaria, apparently. And then we got Legia Warsaw as a parent club, so that they're giving us 40 grand a year. So we've left them, but we've left them in a really good spot, and we will keep an eye on how well they're doing, over the course of the season. While we're here, let's have a quick check at Cardiff. Oh, if I could spell Cardiff, that would be amazing. Cardiff Met University, so they're still in the Welsh First Division, aren't they? They haven't come back. Sad to see. So I've taken a very brief glimpse at VVV, and so I wanted to do it together, really. So first things is, so here's the way they approached us. What was one of the best things, and one of the big reasons I took the job was I did the interview and everything, and everybody was happy. Waiting, usually a week or so before they get back to you. And then it came out in the press that I was the fans' favourite to get the job, and I thought, well, if the fans are behind it, then I'm loving that. That's really good. So, so VVV takes the hot seat. The relatively unknown England manager, whose first game will be in charge against unpronounceables, declared that he was looking forward to the challenge at the Sikon Stadion de Köln. Levski Karlova will now be looking for a new manager. Levski Karlova will be paid 28,000, so another 28 grand. See, we've helped him out. Doki, a 2-time winner of the Bulgarian B Group Manager of the Season. Oh, yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Brings a blend of experience and proven credentials with him to his new job. Doki lifted the Bulgarian second league with Levski Karlovo in 2019 and will now be afforded the chance to enhance his reputation by bringing success to his new club. Boom. Welcome. We're getting paid £1,700 a week, mate. Fucking rich. We are rich builder. Wildest dreams. Right, so we're going to go house shopping, definitely. We might as well go straight in. We can sell the Bulgarian house. We might get 10 grand back for it, hopefully. I've made it nice. The sex dungeon, probably going to add value. So, 1,700, 2-year deal. Very happy with that. It's nice to get a 2-year deal instead of the normal 1 year. Transfer update, we won't look at that yet. I haven't really looked at the team fully yet. Let's have a look at the finances. So we've got £2.3 million in the bank, and we've got 600 grand to spend. But one of the nice things was 600 grand's okay, but we've got almost 40 grand in wages per week to spend. So we're quite late on. We're 30th of July, so we've got about 10 days till the first game. So it's going to be a fun few days, let's say. But we can always transfer some of this into wages if we need be, and all that sort of stuff. So let's have a look at the board. They're all happy, obviously. That'd be quite disappointing if they were already pissed off with my performance. So in the Dutch Cup, they expect me to get the 4th round, and in the Eredivisie, they expect that the team doesn't get involved in a relegation battle. Okay, let's have a look at the league and the structure set out. So bottom 3, okay, so it's relatively normal looking, right? As opposed, so it looks like one goes down and then one gets playoff, like a relegation playoff thing. Let's have a look. So 34 games a season, no more than 2 players can be played for both the first team and the B team in the same week, bloody blah. 12 subs? 12 subs? Bloody hell. Okay, no trialists, yep. Teams placed 4, this is the good stuff, right? So teams placed 4th to 7th qualify for European Places playoff. So 1 to 3. So that's kind of back to front, really. One team qualifies for the Champions League group stage, right? One team qualifies for the 3rd place playoff qualifying shit. One team qualifies for the Europa League, and then 2 teams qualify for the Europa Cup qualifying round, depending on the winner. And 4th to 7th go into the European Places playoff. So there's a good chance within a couple of seasons we can be in Europe. I think this year is about survival, keeping our job, building a team. It's late on in the window. We build that team, and next season maybe push for an outside chance of a playoff spot for Europe. So there's seems to be weird rules about under 21s like there was in Bulgaria. Wage rules, nations treated as EU, all European nations, all nations in UK and Ireland. Yeah, and one thing to notice in my Bulgaria save, we're only allowed 1 non-EU player. Well, fucking England have left Europe now, so Harry Owen is counted as my non-EU player. I haven't bought him yet because he's only just signed a new deal. Can we sign? We probably could sign him. It's not going to cost much money, is it? We can sign him straight away, can't we? Oh, he's been put straight in the reserves. And he's loan list. Okay. I'm going to come in for a big 0 offer. Oh, they're playing hardball. They are playing hardball. Bosh. Right, let's get that first signing done. Harry Owen. He's on his way. Right, so we looked at finances. That's all good. We've looked at the board, what they expect us to achieve. Let's have a look at the club. Let's have a look at the facilities. That's an important one. So we've got very good pitch. We've got average, adequate corporate, nobody cares. Adequate training and average youth facilities. That's okay. We can work on that, I think, in the next couple of years. Our stadium is tiny. It's 8,000-seater stadium. So that's a... We'll have to see if we start filling that out or not. I'm not sure. Now we're in the Eredivisie. I'm not sure if we're going to fill that out or not, but we'll keep an eye on that. It might be something we need to work towards. Don't need to. Let's have a look at the team report. We've got no assistant. We have no assistant manager. I'm going to try and. All right, Karlovo. Where's their Right, I'm taking Mark Phillips with me. I was quite impressed by. I'm still committed to my current job. Wow, that's loyalty, that is, boys. Okay, so we're going to need to sort out staff. Let's have a look at the staff. Wow! It's just me and a fucking... Who? One chief doctor. So it's me and a doctor. The whole team. Me and a doctor. That's amazing. It's pretty quiet around here, lads. Right, okay, so that's going to be a big part of what we need to do. But it looks like we've got plenty of match space. Good scouting team. Maybe ask for another coach or two, because that's not great. So tactics, we won't worry about that. Let's have a look at the under-19s. Okay, we've not got a single player in the under-19s. Oh, we've got one player in the reserves. His name is Kalus Beatons. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. We'll stick him in. Has he got a bad injury? 7 months. Okay, we'll leave him in the reserves. But let's pretend he doesn't exist until... So, my friends, this is our team. Remember, we've got money to spend, but importantly, we've got big wages, so we've got maybe lots of free transfers, lots of loans. I think that's what we're going to rely on initially. Let's go, before I forget this, I can't. I'm not allowed to talk to the board yet. Maybe it's because it's first day in charge. So, my friends, let's look who we've got here. We have Matthias Brandenhorst, on loan from Willem, who looks pretty decent. And we've got a very young backup goalkeeper. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's check the injuries. Okay, weeks. Okay, that's all right. So we've got a centre-back here. Decent all-rounder. It can't jump. A centre-back that can't jump. 5 jumping reaches. Horrific. Probably more of a defensive wing-back then, to be honest. Strength and jumping reach. That is really bad. Okay, Tristan Decker, next up. He's a full-back, decent all-round physicals, decent defensively. Not bad, quite a nice little option. I think we're going to start with our Karlovo tactic because, again, in this league, we're massive underdogs. So this counter-attacking defensive line tactic, I think, actually might work quite well in the Dutch league. So we're going to go with that. We've got Niels Rossler, who looks a decent German centre-back, very solid. I like that. Yeah, he looks good. I'm very happy with him. Is he our most valuable player? 300k. Yeah, we've got a couple of 300ks there. So he looks very good. Jordi Balk, just a sort of slightly lesser version, but still okay. We've got a nice squad. It doesn't seem to be many massive gaps there, so we don't need a massive amount of signings. Then we've got Lars Euston, 20-year-old Dutch player. He's wanted by Excelsior and Charleroi. Again, quite like him. It'd be nice to get some homegrown players in, so we try and keep hold of these Dutch players. Dion van Horn, good young player. Physicals are massively lacking. I'm not sure if he's going to amount to too much. He might be a fourth option. Maybe we look to loan him out. Vessel Dammers is a central midfielder. Good passing, good tackle, good all-rounder, actually. We could play him as a ball-winning midfielder quite comfortably, box-to-box. Don't mind him at all. Marking's a little bit low, but he's got decent tackling. Okay, 24 years old. I like him. Versatile player. Danny Post, or Post, we'll just call him Post. 30-year-old Dutch player, bit of experience. I think he's our captain from what I saw. Leadership 15, work rate 16, determination 10. Yeah, he's probably our captain. A really good all-round, very good player actually. Central midfielder, liking him a lot. Then we've got Stijn Blinkman, 22-year-old Dutch player. Nice, good age. Very happy with the ages of some of these guys. Slightly more defensive midfielder. Is it possible he could play centre-back? No, because he's got 6 heading. Okay. Roy Gillen, a 21-year-old Dutch player. Good first touch and technique. The rest is kind of lacking somewhat. Okay, he might just be a squad strengthener, I'm seeing at this main. Karol Vazola is a 19-year-old Polish player. Another central midfielder. Decent passing and technique. Pace is good. Not too bad. Could have a decent future, that kid. Then we've got Jonathan Opoku. He sounds African, but he's Dutch. Decent all-rounder. Pretty versatile player. Liking him a lot. Jeffrey Rijkers. He's a pacey winger. He's kind of just pace, to be honest. And we can play... He's got 12 finishing. 11 first touches. Composure's only 7, though. That's horrific for a striker. Maybe he's like an inside forward, I think would probably be his best option. Leandro Resida is a winger, both sides, right-footed. Good. Oh, I quite like him. Solid. Yeah, he looks like a decent player. Good technique, good pace, good crossing, good dribbling. Okay, he looks like he could be a first-choice right winger. I'm liking him a lot. Opoku's one of our highest value players. Yeah, you can see why that versatility is going to come in handy. Then we got Charlton Vicento. He sounds Italian, but he's from... What the fuck is that? That's a made-up country. He is another right-footed winger. Just kind of a lesser version, really, but a decent backup. And then we've got onto our lefties. We've got 3 lefties. It looks like these guys are out of contract, so we probably need to sign one of them or 2 of them if they're any good. Fuck me, yes, we need to sign this guy. Why have you let his contract expire? He's 22-year-old Moroccan under-20 international, and he's a decent player. Right, let's get that sorted first. Okay, Bosch. What we don't know what he was on before. Let's just go in with a K. 1K. Fine, sir. Okay, 1.2. Split the difference. Bish bash bosh. Job done. 2-year deal. Happy with that. Loving life. Okay, so first bit of job done. He's wanted as well. I can see why. Then we've got Jasko Julic, who is another wanted player. Montenegro. I thought it said Mongolian. That would have been amazing. Montenegrin. Left-footed. I'm going to keep these guys because even if they don't turn out to be world beaters, I think that we could, they're going to be worth a little bit of money. 500, 750. Okay, we can have 400, and after 20 games, you can have 700. How does that sound? Bish bash bosh. Job done. Okay, and then we've got another one, another 21-year-old. From Sierra Leone. He doesn't look that good, does he, that one? And he's on a contract. Ironically, the shittest one is on a contract. Logic. Right, so then we've got Vincent Buglarus. He's out of contract and he's out for 3 months. So unless he's good, probably just... It's not horrific. We won't sign it. We'll keep him, and we might try and get him a contract once we have a look on the transfer market and stuff like that. Okay, so our 2 main strikers options. We got Mateusz Vazola, another Polish player, could be brother with the other guy. 14, good pacey player, finishing 11, first touch 10, composure 12, off the ball. Not too bad. I'm hoping he's not like first choice, but he's actually a decent backup. He's only on a very small amount each month, and we've got a loan signing here, Richard Sharp. Yarp. Name the film. Yarp. There you go. You get 10 Loki Doki points if you get that one. Right, here's our other guy, 19 years old. Looks like a decent youngster. Have we got a purchase price on him? No, doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, so there, my friends, is our beautiful squad. I think we're pretty good at centre-back. Right back and left back are pretty much non-existent. We've got a decent right back and a backup right. He's a right-footed, isn't he? Right back. Okay, so we need left back and a backup left back. Okay, so 2 positions definitely. Central midfield is okay. Maybe a central midfielder. The wings is probably our strongest spot. We've got some good young left wingers. We might need another left winger that's ready to play now. These two good youngsters. No, but to be fair, though, this guy could probably play. He lacks some mentors. We might get a lefty and then maybe loan the other one out. But I think the biggest department we need to strengthen in is strikers. I think that is a massive issue. We've got two very young, inexperienced players. I think we need some experience in there. Need a sort of somebody in his prime, a 28-year-old superstar that wants to join for under £2,000 a week and that doesn't cost any money. Apart from those limiting factors, we're going to get a superstar. Overall, I'm pretty damn happy. There's not any glaring holes. The left back is the only one that has to be filled, right? That's the only one that is a must get because we literally don't have anyone. We're going to go with the skip. No, we're going to go with we're going to go with the... I thought it was called the Midge. Oh no, it's like, which one was it? Which one was it? Is it this one? Yeah, we'll go with this one. I think we're going to... Actually, no, we'll train both. So we'll have the original Midge tactic with the Regista. You have to say it like that, it's the law. And then we'll train the other one with the attacking midfielder because that'll give us a nice balance then if we need to get more attacking or see which one's working. But I think the overall tactic is actually going to be pretty good. I think the counter-attacking tactic, I think, is really going to work. If we have a look at the season preview, we are 1,000 to 1 with a bunch of other teams. So, yeah, we're going to be down there. This season is all about survival, keeping our job, maybe finishing like 12th, 13th, loving life. Next season, we push on. Hopefully, we'll try and keep the sort of finances under... keep making a bit of money, and hopefully, you never quite know if a club makes money or not until you start playing games and realise like 100 people turn up to your games. But I think we'll try and keep them finances under control this season. Maybe pick up a couple of little cheap youngsters that maybe we can sell on. Yeah. Oh, one last thing. Corlovo, we sold Hagrid. You know Hagrid, fucking knobhead Hagrid. We sold him for 92,000 as well. I forgot to show you that on the screen. So we made a nice tidy profit on Hagrid, and he was being a little bitch anyway, missing every week. So we've made Carlovo some decent amount of money. So I'm quite happy with the way we've left them. We don't want to screw over our old teams. They were great for us. So my friends, one last thing, as I keep forgetting, I'm still got my London head on. I had a fantastic weekend. Thank you for all the kind words saying, hope you had a good weekend and stuff. It was brilliant. We did Science Museum. We did the History Museum. We went to the Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park. That was amazing. We went to Camden Town and went to Camden Town Market. That was amazing. Yeah, just a really nice, relaxing weekend. So thank you all for the goodwill. And thank you to our brand new Patreons. There's quite a list here over the weekend. First, we've got Jenko. I might have read all some of these out. I'd rather read them out twice than forget to mention somebody that's donated on Patreon. So, Jenko Buster, Curti FM, Andy Gafecki, Gafecki yourself. Gafecki, I think it's Gafecki. Stu Mabbott, Eric Tarshanger. I think that sounded good, didn't it? David Allen and Jude Govender. Thank you very much for the Patreons, guys. Appreciate it hugely. It was so nice over the course of the weekend. It's just like I'm out for lunch in London. It's like, bing, somebody's donated. Amazing. Always puts a huge smile on my face. So thank you very much. So let me know in the comments what you think of this team, what you think of our decision to move to this team. Is it a right move? It's a wrong move. You can disagree totally. That's fine. With it, we should have stayed. There was lots of you that wanted to stay for another year at Carlovo, but it's too good an opportunity. And if we're talking about just purely monetarily, we're on £1,700 a week, right? 1,100 after tax. Yeah, we're rich. We can actually get a nice car. I think we made the right decision. But it's going to be a tough season, so I'm hoping you're all with me. Any suggestions for tactics, players, all that good stuff, places to live? Tell me, if you're local, tell me about the area, because I've got no fucking clue. And that would be great. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!